Hey and hello, everybody. This is Brandon Veller with Freedom Enneagram Coaching and the Freedom Enneagram Podcast. And I am so happy that I get to talk to you today about the Enneagram. As Enneagram teacher and author Helen Palmer said, each type is defined by an emotional habit, a characteristic pattern of thought, and a style of relating to others, which together produces a distinct point of view. Now, if you go to Google and you look up Enneagram types, you may find a number of different titles or names for each of them. I choose to only call the type by its number rather than by the nickname. These names tend to cater to stereotypes, and they can overlap with titles or roles that we want to be, which can make it difficult to be honest with ourselves. For example, the type 8, one of their nicknames is the challenger. So a person who leans into that identity might think, oh yeah, I'm a challenger, I'll challenge stuff. Someone else might say, well, no, that's not me. And where they may actually be a type 8, that title or that nickname may throw them off and make it harder for them to discover their true type. Also, because of a type's wings and subtypes, one person of a type can look drastically different from another of that type. So you might be a type 8, but because of your wing and your subtype, you may not be a challenger. So those nicknames don't really fit, which is why going on from here, I will always call them by their number, type 8, type 9, and so on. As I've said before, I like to think of Enneagram types kind of like the color wheel. If the triad, body triad, heart triad, head triad, if the triad is the hue, the pure color, then the wings and the subtypes are going to change the tint, the tone, and the shade. For example, the hue red can be changed by adding white or black or gray. And these new tints and tones and shades are different from the original red, but they're still considered red. So you may have a type 9, like we're going to discuss today, but because of the wing and the subtype, one type 9 may look a little different than the other. So this is why I'm just going to call them type 9s from here on out. All right, so let's get started. We are going to focus today on type 9. Type 9s tend to be peaceful. They are receptive to others' wants and desires. They are usually easygoing, agreeable, patient, flexible people. They tend to be the go along to get along. I have one friend who's a type 9 who described herself as squishy. When we asked her what she meant, she said that, well, I could think this way, but if you think another way, then I can easily be squished into that other way, or I can go along with pretty much anything. 9s tend to have this ability, whether it's conscious or not, to fall asleep to what they really think or feel or desire. And instead, they will pick up other thoughts and feelings and desires of other people. This keeps the peace, it keeps things stable, and it makes things seem, at least, to be in harmony. A 9's core fear is conflict. They fear losing their relationships, their connectedness to others. So they will push their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own wants and needs and desires. They'll push those down and away. A 9's core drive is to have stability and peace. And so one way to achieve that is to fall asleep to their own needs and to merge themselves with others. Unfortunately, doing this means that the 9 is often suppressing what they really think, what they feel, what they need. And now remember that a type 9 is part of the body triad. So their dominant emotion is anger. And all of this suppression, all of this pushing down what they really want and think and feel can lead to this eruption of emotion that can be surprising to everybody, most of all that type 9. Now, there's a lot more that I can say about the type 9. Remember, every Enneagram type has wings that will affect it, and they take on characteristics of other types when they're in stress or when they're in health. These wings and the lines and arrows to the other types will change the way that a particular 9 looks and perceives the world around them. And this is why one type 9 may look drastically different from another type. Once I finish my overview of all 9 types, I plan to go back through and address specifically each type's wings and what they do in stress and health. So more on that to come. I want to thank you all for watching and listening. As always, I appreciate your time, your attention, and your comments. I would love to hear from you. Please make sure to subscribe here. And then if you would go and follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I would be so thankful. Send me your Enneagram questions. If you're interested in doing one-on-one coaching or small group coaching for a church, a school, a business, please send me an email at freedomenneagramcoaching, all one word, freedomenneagramcoaching@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm Brandon Veller. My goal is to help you discover who you are, uncover who you are meant to be, and to live free.